Both black and white people can unite. We can make the world a better place. Like, regardless of your skin color, regardless of your race, regardless of whatever, we can make the world a better place if we unite and fight towards the same struggle, fight towards the same goals. If we all want to make the world a better place, well, then the world will become a better place if we unite. Not fight each other, not blame everything on the blacks, not blame everything on the whites. Stop. And if you're in the black community and someone says it's okay to beat white people, distance yourself from this person. Fight against these people. Decent people must unite against evil. Decent people must unite against evil. That's the same as if it's a white person doing some weird ass shit. White people should distance themselves from that person as well. If you're just an aggressor, if you're just beating down others, if that is all you're doing, you're not protecting anyone, you're not saving anyone, then you're clearly the evil person. Don't let the evil rule your lives. Because we have so much potential if we cooperate, if we learn from one another, if we don't exclude each other all the time. And I'm not saying we should let everyone in all the time, and I'm saying it's okay to see differences in group and be a bit cautious, of course, but you should always judge the individual case. If it's a decent, hardworking individual, then you let that person in. If it's truly a decent and hardworking individual, they deserve a chance. No, you don't give some chance to some kind of child rapist or whatever. No, that is sick. Why would you give a chance to someone like that? Why would you let someone in who just wants to ruin your lives? To your home, to your country, to your school, to whatever. Like, what I'm saying is, like, again and again, is decent people must unite. And what I mean by that is we can share our ideas with each other, and we can unite in our goal to improve the world, to better the world. We can learn from one another, not just argue, not just fight, not just bicker. We can learn from one another. So that when we have all the facts, when we have all the opinions, when we have this stew of things, we can take the good things from everyone, and then we can unite these things into something better. That works. Maybe it's not optimal for anyone, but it's something that works for everyone. We can have different things that can work for different people. We can have different systems in place if you're not happy with the majority system. And we can have those things at the other side so that it doesn't attack the majority. That way the minorities and the majorities can just, not have to interact that much. And they can have their own little places, and there you can solve things like that as well. The point is to unite and to learn from one another, to improve oneself to the utmost extent that we can, to not stop evolving, but instead to keep evolving, to be more than beasts, to be what we call ourselves, to be human. Because we are not. We haven't been more than beasts. We've been worse than beasts. I mean, maybe in that way we have been more. But let's be better. Let's be better than beasts. Let's be something that we can be proud of. Let's be something good. And let's make the world a better place together. In unity we are strong. And that's why I'm saying it yet again. All the decent people, regardless of group identity, must distance themselves from the bad people of those groups. And instead join in with the decent people of other groups, or their own groups. But as long as you join with the people who are genuinely doing the right thing. And I can give you, it's not that hard to figure out who's doing the right thing. If someone is justifying murdering children over and over again, or raping them, or that is not a good person. These are people who make the excuse that, oh, well, in my holy book there's this thing that might mean this, and therefore I'm just following that. Yes, these excuses, these sick excuses to behave like a sick and twisted individual. that will never amount to anything good in their entire lives. We must distance ourselves from those people. Because good people, together we can make the world a better place. Decent people can make the world a better place if we try, if we unite. If we set aside some of our differences, and these differences aren't just between race. They can be between political ideologies, they can be between anything. And of course, I'm probably not going to be able to reach out with this, but this is important stuff. Like, I think it's important for example, a National Socialist and a Communist to be able to have a conversation, to be able to understand each other, to see where they agree with each other and where they don't, and to try to take the reasonable things from each cake, from each ideology's cake, and we can have a society with different systems as well. And then we just respect that we're different from one another, because we can't always cooperate, we can't always agree with one another, but we can do it much better than we're doing now. It's more polarized than ever before. And, I mean, even between men and women, this is where the worst polarization is. Because we can do so much to complete each other, but instead we compete, we blame, we slander. Let's just understand that we're different from one another, very, very different from one another. Let's try to make the best out of it. Both men and women make an effort to be better. Improve yourselves. We can improve ourselves in so many different ways. Men can be the things that women find attractive, and women can be more of the things that men find attractive. And we can be deeper. We can have more affection, we can have more, to be more close, but still to be strong, to be able to control your emotions. I mean, there are so many things here, I'm just summarizing things, and of course it won't be perfect. This thing I'm talking about isn't perfect, but even as imperfect as this thing is that I just made, it is just the same as what we would accomplish if we truly united and stopped accepting the evil rules, the evil reigns. If we truly united, we would definitely succeed in making the world a better and safer place. Reason over faith. We can unite despite our differences, okay? Are you going to listen to the person who tells you these kind of messages that will lead to something better? Or are you going to listen to the person who tells you to kill someone just because they have a different opinion than you? Well, who do you think sounds like the decent person? And I'm not here to call myself some good person or anything. I don't want anyone to think that. I don't call myself that. But I try to be as good a person as I can be. Thank you very much for listening to this. I wish you a nice day, and please join the struggle, because you, yes, you, can make a difference. You can make a difference. You can improve to the utmost extent, and you can make a difference in the world. We just need to become the best that we can be, and then we can make a huge difference. Even in our endeavors to become the best we can be, we are already making a difference. Because we're not destroying others. We're simply improving ourselves and giving hope to others. The hope of self-improvement. The hope of becoming something better, something to be proud of. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. That's been it for this memo, for this video. Thanks.